check this out. You can see the high water mark from where the water was only 2 weeks ago. It's dropped about 1.5 meters, and now the water is contained within its banks, but only just. G'day folks, this afternoon I've come out to do a little bit of late August Murray cod fishing with bait. Hey, you. And last but not least, you're watching Robbie Fishing. Now you may remember this spot from this time last year. I was fishing here with Brett and we caught a couple of August Murray cod and a few August carp. So I'm hoping that I can repeat that again this year. The river is very high, but there's not too much current. This is a nice backwater just here, and it's a wonderful spot to sit and relax. And if I catch a fish, that'll be just a bonus. Let's get the lines in. Rightio, my cheese rod will go on the downstream side. I pointed this out last year when I made a video here. Down there is deeper, there's a bit more current and a few more snags, so it's more likely to be a good cod spot. Up here it's slower, shallower and muddier. That's the carp end of the hole. So I'm going to put my cheese down there in the cod end of the hole. The carp rod, paternoster rig with a couple of juicy Jan Jucks, 2 of them, look at them. Look at them wiggling around, and that should attract the attention of anything. And that'll just go out here. Now just because I've said this is the carp end and that's the cod end, that's not to say I won't catch a cod up this end or a carp down that end. It's just a rule of thumb type setup, if you know what I mean. That's swimming on the bank. It's a bloody water rat. Everywhere I go I see water rats. Oh, me cheese. Oh, I missed it. Just had a good bite on me cheese. Whoa. Get straight back in. I didn't take any cheese. Oh. He didn't take any cheese, so he might come back if I'm lucky. That was a good bite. Jeez, I could have sworn I was going to catch that fish then. Here we go, getting a bite in the worms. Got him! Yes! Carp me up! Whew. Straight up to the surface, typical carp, straight out in the middle, straight up the top. Wow, I've been here like 10 minutes. I've had a nice bite on the cheese already. And I'm just going to tinker around the other rod. I'll try and keep him on the downstream side of the other rod then. Although I think he's going to be the one that decides which side of the rod he goes on. Been here 5 minutes, I've had a real nice bite on the cheese, and now I've hooked me first carp. Uncle Gary, if you're watching, I am going to call you back. My uncle called as I was walking down here carrying my chair and my buckets. Because of the recent rain, I can't actually drive down to this spot through there because it's a lot of cattle in this paddock, and it's all sort of a bit soggy, so I've had to walk 400 or 500 metres, and my uncle rang. I thought I'll set my rods up, then I'll call him back. But every time I go to call him back, I've tried twice. The first time I got a bite on the cheese, the second time I got a hook this carp. Anyway, somehow or other, I'm going to try and get around here without losing him. That worked. I'll try and get down here, but I'm a bit closer to the water. A bit more room to move. Only 5 minutes. This spot never fails. I cannot express how thankful I am to the amazing landowners that let me onto this property. There's a lot of talk around people camping on public land and stuff at the moment, and changes to rules, but just so you know, not all farms actually have crown water frontage. This one doesn't. So I'm very, very lucky. And you know what, even if it did, I'd still go and knock on the door and ask. Because if I didn't ask, I'd have to walk for miles along the bank to get here. By asking, I get to drive straight past the house and straight down to the river. And it's a good thing to do, especially when you've got to walk really close to the house. Anyway, let's get this carp in. Keeping my eye on that cheese rod the whole time in case that whatever bit it before comes back. I could end up with a carp in one hand and a cod in the other shortly if I'm lucky, or unlucky, or I reckon that'd be unlucky. Be lucky if he waits a few minutes. Alright, I'm going to try and get him in. He ain't ready yet, look at this. Gee, he's got some go in him. Doesn't help that he's got a few gum leaves and stuff wrapped around the line that'll be creating a bit of drag. Come on, carpe diem. Here we go. No, he's not ready. I'm rushing him a bit here. When you rush, that's when you miss out. I'm watching this other local hawk here at the moment. It's all happened in the space of 10 minutes. Come on, come on. Here we go. Oh no, yes. In the net. What a big one. I'm going to get a quick measurement before I knock him on the head. Right, here we go. The tape doesn't lie. 64 on the dot. 64 very fat centimetres of European carp, and I hope that's in frame. I'll get a quick photo just in case I stuff the camera angle up. When I put these same worms back out there, and a little bit lighter, he's nipped a few tails off or something, I think, but anyway, I'll put what's left of them, which is most of them, back out in the same spot. See how that goes. Look at that beautiful blue sky. What's blue and doesn't weigh very much? Light blue. Getting the bottom of my worms. He's there. He's still playing with it. Got him! Yes! Whoa, it's game on again. I just moved this, I kid you not, it was over there. Not 1 minute ago, moved it about 3 metres to the right. Jesus, I'm waiting this fish. It might be bigger than the last one. I think the last one was 64, wasn't it? Which I got hooked something this big on me cheese. I think I'm about to actually. This fish. Oh no. I can see me cheese lines pulling tight here. I've got a bit of a wrap up going on, I think. Nah. It's gone around. This hasn't come up to the surface. Has now. This is bigger than the last one, I reckon. Gee! Jesus, I'm waiting this fish. Let him go, look at that. It's using me anti-reverse instead of the drag. I've got my little finger there, just putting tension on it when I want it, and I can reel it in. I know a lot of people like to use the drag, and that's fine. I use the drag a little bit from time to time, but when I'm fighting carp, I prefer to use the anti-reverse so that when they really pull, I can just put a bit of pressure off with my little finger and let them go. This is big. Either it's a big carp or it's just got big energy. At least I've seen it. If this snapped the line right now, well, it'd be like too bad, too sad. At least I've seen it. Although I do want to get a measurement because I am curious, because it does feel rather heavy. No, that didn't make it look a whole lot bigger than the last one then, though. The last one was 64. Okay, back under the line. The last one done exactly the same thing. Oh, yeah, it does look big. Look, that's big. That's 65. I don't know. I reckon it's bigger. I reckon it's up around the high 60s. That's big. We're going to follow the same path that we took last time. Go under there. The bend in the rod. Having a big shark on the line. Into the net. This is the bit that always takes. Oh, that's big. Big. A good carp. A good carp. A good carp. I reckon he's going to beat the last one. This is fat. Look at how fat it is. The last one was 64. I reckon this is going to go 67 or 68 in the net. Oh, beauty! Heavy. Wow. It's a heavy carp. Gee whiz, look at how fat that is. My God. That is so fat. Look at the size of those lips. Right, how long? Look at how fat that is. I think I'm doing the hands with a bit of orange on it down here. Doing the environment. Well, it's not even as long as the last one. It's 62. This is under. The last one was 64. This one is 62. Look at how fat that is. Wow. I'll dispose of this and get my line back in, but wow, what a fatty. Probably full of eggs, I'm guessing. The moon is out. The moon is out. Bomb, bomb. Folks, it's time for me to pull the pin. I've had a wonderful afternoon. I caught a couple of carp. I had a couple of other bites. I reckon they might have been cod because they bit so hard. But anyway, they didn't hook up. My time's up. I've got to go home. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, want to give it a big fat thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bom, bom.